And welcome, folks. I'm Tom Convica here in the Pineville branch of Sinlaw Weather. We've got a little weather show here for you coming up, and it is 97 in Alexandria, the Texas Street Tower cam there. As we look at a little traffic moving back and forth, no doubt much of this is 5 o'clock traffic. We have a dew point of 72, so it feels hotter than 97, and not much wind out there to help us out either. A little bit hazy, but all in all, it is mostly sunny. Let's go over toward Natchitoches, where we're picking up a 97-degree reading there as well. We've got just a few puny little cumulus clouds out there. This is probably maybe 6,000+ feet above the surface, so high base stuff, it ain't going to cause any rain. And then as we go into the Leesville cam, it looks like this is a WASP camp for today. 96 degrees there, and likewise, kind of a hazy sky, mostly sunny, and very few clouds associated with the weather over in that part of the world. Now let's go into the bottom line of what we expect here over the next couple of days. In fact, even extending into the 7-day while I take a little drink. Thank you. Still suffering from that sinus stuff a little bit. Excessive heat Wednesday. I want to remind you that I do expect the highest temperature so far this year on the average. Two fronts, though, will follow that. And yeah, I've got an exclamation point, but we'll take any relief we can get. But I'm not promising much relief. All right, looking at radar, nothing happening really here in Sinlaw. We see a few little isolated showers down around the coast. That, of course, I think the sea breeze is down there, not making any journey northward. Patterns unfavorable for that. And as we go off to the east of us, let me put this in motion here for about an hour. And we see this is tropical storm, of course, Debbie, still working offshore. Now remember, it's crawled offshore and will crawl back onshore here for tomorrow and into Thursday. You can see the banding features still there, still definite rotation with that. And let's see, checking out a lot of flash flood warnings and those type of things, severe weather tornado watches up for that particular area. So again, the active weather over there, you can see again, this did move offshore during the night and will continue to be offshore for a little while before it comes back on. So that will limit any strengthening. That's good news though, but generally the strength is not well correlated with how much rain you get. It's more the size of the storm system and its movement or its pace. So again, additional heavy rainfall will continue to make the flooding worse in some locations, and areas that have escaped the rain so far without any problems, we'll see maybe some problems develop here in the coming days as that system continues to play out. I'll have more on that in just a bit. Futurecast, getting back into our forecast mode here. For tomorrow morning, it's back to work and school for many folks there. Kids in Rapides, Paris, I don't know about where you're at in Rapides. They go back Thursday, I believe. So no issues there. It'll be kind of a warm start. And then once we go on, say, 3 o'clock, kind of rounding off around the time school's out, we may see a few clouds from time to time like we saw today, but no rain, no storms or anything like that going through. 5 o'clock commute, 8 p.m. is your evening errands and entertainment, going out, kind of do a little shopping, maybe take in a movie or dining. Now, it's going to be warm. Just pick a place that's got some AC, I guess. Futurecast, going into Thursday, no issues there through the morning commute and into the evening as well, shutting down those rain chances. A little bit of detail now on this heat for Wednesday, because again, I think we average about 100, 101 degrees. We have not averaged that high so far. The highest average that we've had, I haven't figured out today so far. I haven't got the max temps so far. Still a little bit early for that. But 98.9 on July 2nd is the highest Sinlaw average so far this summer. I think we certainly beat that. We may beat that today, but certainly if not today, then tomorrow with these numbers. I've got a 101 here locally, and for Rapides Parish, and then going up to the north, the highest up toward Natchitoches and Winfield, about a 102, 103 in that direction. There'll be a few locations that will escape the triple numbers for tomorrow, most likely over in the Fairleigh, Vidalia areas. Maybe Monkey might come in with a 99. We got Opelousas, and maybe DeRidder will get lucky and come in only 99 degrees as well. Of course, there'll be some humidity. So once again, heat index is about 100 to 112. On the low side of the thermometer, not explicitly on the map, somebody could be as cool, yeah, quote unquote, of 97, and as hot as maybe a 104 somewhere for tomorrow. All right, let's check out the Tropical Storm Debbie. Still a weak tropical storm, 40 miles per hour, but you do see that was a definite circulation with that. You can see the slow pace of the movement there for several more days through Thursday, and then it begins to accelerate as a trough will come in, upper level trough, a non-tropical type weather system, what we call a mid-latitude trough, come out of the northwest, pick it up, and then look, it will begin to accelerate northeastward, go all the way through England and into portions of eastern, southeastern Canada there as a maybe even a depression. Yeah, that's a long ways up there to remain a depression. All right, let's go to the futurecast, the upper level features. Here's your hot bubble of air, just kind of lining things out for you here. We've got this clockwise circulation right there with the hot bubble of air. This is in the summer. In the wintertime, it's a mild to warm bubble. The opposite circulation, counterclockwise there with the tropical system. And we are also seeing an upper level feature across Canada. You can see a center of rotation right in there as we see it go. The wind flow goes something like this with that particular feature. So that's the initial setup there we've got for you. And then we'll kind of put this into motion. I'll just let it ride. Here's that trough coming in. Look how it picks up the tropical system and moves it. But also notice that by this time, say through Saturday, we've got a huge vortex sitting right here between the Great Lakes and Hudson Bay. And that is going to give enough flow. You can see the upper level flow kind of coming in like this with that particular feature. And right there is where we have that flow coming out of the north. And that is how we get fronts. Fronts don't just decide to come from that particular area, from Canada or the northern United States in the summer especially, and even in the winter. They have to be forced. That cooler air has to be forced southward. So we get that forcing, but notice this is the bad news to this, that this high pressure, this hot bubble of air is still in control of things aloft. And what that does in the winter is it takes the sting out of the cold air, out of the cold air masses that move underneath the high. In this situation this summer and over the next several days with the two fronts I've got in the forecast, what will happen is the cooler, quote unquote, air will move underneath this ridge, the hot bubble of air, and it will take the freshness out of the air. So it won't be as cool. So I've had to back off just a tad, not much on my temperatures there. But again, a little bit of difference we can notice, and we'll take any difference that we can notice with this type situation. And then let's just play out through next Tuesday, which is through the end of our 7-day forecast. Notice that we still have some semblance of this hot bubble of air, this ridge, in control of things. So I'm afraid that even with two fronts, the 7-day forecast remains hot. All right, let's take a look. Wednesday, hottest day of all. Thursday, pretty hot there, 98 degrees there. Then the first front comes in. I moved it up a little bit into Thursday, Friday time frame, say Thursday night, Friday morning, something like that. You do see that makes a little bit of a difference on Friday. Looks like both of these fronts are dry. The stronger front comes in the Friday, Saturday time frame. A further drop in temperatures there, only normal. Remember, normally this time in August, it's 73 and 94. That's what we have for Saturday. 70 for Sunday morning. That should be the most pleasant morning. There will be some 60s that morning. So before Sunday school, before church, we get out there for a cup of coffee on the porch or something like that. It'll be beautiful. It'll be, especially compared to the heat that we've had. That would be great. All right, we get back to 94 on Sunday. A little bit of increasing clouds. There's going to be an increasing humidity. Yes, unfortunately, for Monday and Tuesday. Look how the minimum temperatures go from 70, 73, and then 75. Yeah, the humidity's back, folks. And with it comes a little bit of 10 to 20% chance of rain those 2 days to start next week off. And notice the max temps climbing back to 95, 96, which is better than 101 or 100, but that's still just a tad above the average. Yes, it is August, folks, and so even though we've got these two little fronts in the forecast, they're not going to make a lot of a difference, but we'll have some fronts between now and the end of the year. I bet you that certainly will make a difference. All right, that's it. I'll be back with you sometime tomorrow in the PM, close to this time. And Nick Mikulas is able to stream as well tomorrow morning, so he'll see you then. Take care and have a wonderful